Welcome back to the Koinonia Surf Cafe. Let's kind of span over here at our surfboards. There we go. So you are coming in watching from Okinawa, Japan in Ginowan City, and this is the Koinonia Surf Cafe, and we're going to teach you how to make a siphon coffee. So siphon coffee has really started way back in the 1920s back in America. It got famous in the 40s and then in the 70s and then the early 90s, and now in 2014 it's starting to catch wind again. So we have been super blessed here at the Koinonia Cafe, and especially being here in Japan, which is really the home now of siphon coffee in Japan. We were able to pick up this unit. This is actually the original unit, probably back in the 70s it was made. So we picked it up at one of our secondhand shops. It's a recycle shop, and we got it really cheap. And so we are super blessed. So we're able to make coffee from our machines way back in from the 70s. So if you notice, if you look at this machine, the new ones today use the halogen heat lamp, but we're using the actual gas. So gas is heating up the water, and we have here our siphon maker here, coffee maker. So if you notice here is the siphon coffee maker here, and so we're heating up the water. And what's very important when you make siphon coffee, you have to have the right equipment. And like before talking, we use nothing but Hario equipment. And Hario has been around the glass since 1921. So they really know how to make really good, well-built glass. So all of our siphon equipment is made from the Hario glass. And you need to make sure that your filter is put in properly in the right area. And we'll just kind of set it here. And also here at the Koinonia Cafe, we use the Okinawan beans, and the beans are excellent. I've tried a lot of beans. I've tried beans from Tokyo, from America, different area, and for some reason the Okinawan beans are the best I've ever had. So anyway, they're really good, and so we go ahead and grind our beans, and once our fresh ground beans are made, okay, we'll get it ready here. It's about ready to start. And we'll go ahead and put our beans inside here, and we'll wait for it to start to rise. So it's going to rise very quickly. And in the meantime, while that is happening, let me introduce you to some of our other equipment that we have here. And we're looking forward to using this machine right here. This is our iced coffee maker. And we were super blessed to pick this up also because we'd have never been able to afford one of these. But again, we were able to pick one up at a recycle shop that had one. And so the way it is you put the ice water in here, and you put your coffee here. And the actual iced coffee takes about 8 hours to make. And you turn it, and it starts at one drip at a time. So it's kind of cool. All right, well, it's starting to rise over here if you want to check this out. And so we have the siphon is already beginning to make, and we'll go ahead and mix it up a little bit here. And it begins to rise. And the siphon coffee is called total immersion coffee because what happens is all the coffee is it's immersed in the water. And you notice, look at the nice head here, the nice head of coffee cream, so awesome, delicious. And so for about 30 seconds we allow it to brew in itself as it's just up here. We'll turn it a couple more times. Really good stuff here. Then what we'll do is we will turn off the burner, and we allow the coffee to literally be sucked back down into the holder here, the coffee bowl. Now, the coffee does not just fall back down, because it won't actually, but what happens is that because of the pressure as the bowl cools down, it actually sucks the coffee back down, and to the point where the grounds will be almost dry once it's done. So if you notice, it's already starting to come down here. It's starting to be sucked down through the filter And so you're getting all the good coffee taste just come down into the bowl. So it's a really good way to make your coffee. It's a really unique way to make your coffee. And for those who are really good coffee connoisseurs and who like their coffee, they know that they like their coffee made in certain type of ways. So this is another way to actually make your coffee through the siphon method. So you can see, again, the coffee being sucked down into the bowl, and we'll know that it's done because there will be one last burst of air bubbles, and we know that it's completely been siphoned all the way through. So we're coming down to the bottom. You see how it's nice and everything is coming together, and we're about to see that explosion of bubbles right away. See, it's coming. Hopefully it's coming. There it is. See that? Wow, what an explosion. You see that explosion? Just kind of a couple bubbles. Anyway, that was okay. Sometimes we get a real big push and sometimes it's less. But that's okay. So we have it ready here. And so what we'll do is we'll go ahead and take the top off here. And if you'll notice, if you kind of take a look over here, our coffee is, it's dry. It's just flakes here because it has totally been sucked through the method. So you get all of the best of the coffee taste, everything coming through completely. Now we'll move over to one of my cups over here that was given to me as a present. Right? And so we'll bring it over here. And go ahead and set it here for 1 second. The thing about siphon coffee too is you don't want to right away drink it because it's really hot. It's really hot. And good coffee, the amazing thing about coffee is you'll notice, for those of you who know coffee, that as coffee cools down, the taste actually begins to change. So as it cools down, the taste changes, it gets better, and even towards the end, man, that's why really your last drink of a good cup of coffee is delicious. So you want to take your time. Real quick, as we're waiting for that to cool down, just real quick, I'll finish up here, and actually it will take, as one drip at a time, you want it usually about 40 drips per minute. So it'll take literally 8 hours to make one pot of iced coffee. Then this is put inside the refrigerator and you're ready to go. Totally delicious. And if you saw the first video, totally proud again of some of our other equipment here. We always use our brass Hario kettle. They say brass really is good for your body when you consume the water from it. But also we have some of our other Hario roasters and some of our equipment here. So, we really do our best to try to have some good equipment here. And then we also like looking at our surf things here and our new Syphon we just put up here, kind of special. But so let's kind of come over here to the coffee and let's see what happens here. Okay, here we go. We're about to pour it down. Coffee's really hot here. All right. Good aroma. I wish you could have the aroma. You could smell the aroma. You see the dark color. Look at that. Delicious. Let's try it out. Let's see. Delicious.